everyone! So we are back from our trip to Mackinac Island. We just got back yesterday, and I wanted to make a video showing you the things that I got along the way on the trip, which I think, well, they're not all plant related, but most of them are plant related. But also, on our way back from Mackinac, we stopped overnight in Traverse City, which is about just a 2-hour drive away from the island. We've been twice before, and it's just one of the prettiest places to me. In fact, really everywhere along the lake in Michigan is beautiful, but Traverse City is just exceptional. We stayed on the Old Mission Peninsula overnight. We stayed at the Chateau Chantal, which is a winery that also has a bed and breakfast, and it was also really beautiful there. But we made the most of our less than 24 hours that we were in Traverse City. We visited 2 different lavender farms. The first one was Harborview, which we visited last year, around end of August, I think. And then we visited a new one, which was called the Secret Garden at the Brys Estate. And that is a lavender farm, but they also had their, what did they have? They had you pick strawberries, which we did. They had you pick flowers, which we did not do. And then a little gift shop as well. And I do have some videos of the visits to those lavender farms, so I'm going to insert them here. And then after that, we also did 2 you pick flower farms, which I don't have videos of, but I'll put in some pictures if I have them. The first one was Moondance Flower Farm, which was really pretty, and there was no one. It was the first one we went to. There was no one there, so it's all just kind of based on the honor system, which is, I don't know, it felt weird at first because I thought I was just cutting flowers down from someone's yard, but no, that's what you're supposed to do. So Moondance Flower Farm, and then we went to the Old Mission Flower Farm like right afterwards. So I made 2 bouquets. One I gave to my mom. One is not holding out the best because we did keep it in the car for like 7+ hours after that in very hot weather, but it was still really fun. I've never been to a you pick flower farm before, so I definitely recommend stopping at all of the places that we stopped at. They're all very close to each other on the peninsula, so you can definitely get visits to all of them done within like a couple hours. So yeah, I'll put in the videos right now, and then afterwards I'll show you everything that I got on our trip. So we are out of Mackinac Island. We are in Traverse City on the Old Peninsula, and our first stop is a lavender farm, which is called Harborview Lavender Farm, which we stopped at last September. So the lavender was not in bloom, but now it is. This is a bunch of the lavender they have drying. It smells fantastic in here. And there's a lot of lavender. Looks like more in here too. Oh, this is so cool. So this is all of the lavender that's currently growing, and it was not in bloom when we were here the end of last summer. So this is extra beautiful to see. There's also cherry trees over there. So there's a little gift shop up front that sells both lavender and cherry related items, and I will be getting some of both. It just keeps going further and further back, so I am also just going to keep going. I'm not sure how far back all the lavender goes, but this is so pretty. I absolutely love basically everything about Traverse City, but everything on the peninsula is beautiful. Just everywhere you look is lavender. All places like this are just so beautiful and serene, and I'm sure obviously it takes a lot of work every day to farm all of this, but it was just incredible. And I think it goes even further back there, but I don't know if I want to continue walking all the way back there. Ooh, let's go this way. Okay, this is beautiful. I mean, everywhere is beautiful, but this view too. And just in case I didn't mention it, they do let you walk around the farm. We didn't just sneak back here from the gift shop. So I definitely recommend stopping here. Again, it's Harborview Lavender Farm up in Traverse City. And more coming around here. We have some cherry trees too. And then just more walking paths surrounded by lavender. We are at another lavender farm. This is called the Secret Garden at, I think it's Brys Estate, B-R-Y-S, which I think is a winery, but they have the secret garden in the back. And not only is there lavender, but there are cutting flowers and you pick strawberries, which is what I think we're gonna do today, because I've already done 2 you pick flowers since we've been here in the less than 24 hours since we got here. But this place is really beautiful, so let me show you around. So here's the you pick flowers. The peonies everywhere that we've been have just been putting on a show, and I know with the heat that is starting to pick up, they probably won't be around much longer, but it's absolutely beautiful. And then back beyond there are just some of the lavender fields. There's also a little gift store, I think, inside that white building, so I'm probably gonna get some stuff there. You can get lavender plants too for your garden. Try not to get too many plants since we still have about a 5-hour drive back and the car is pretty full already. These are the you pick strawberry fields. There are a lot more strawberries here right now than there are on my plants. We just filled up, I think, 1 little pint of strawberries to take home. And we really only, oh, there's a little chipmunk. We really only picked from like a handful of plants. And there's so many here still. Do you see the little chipmunk? I don't know if you can. And then over here is more lavender. So now I'll show you everything that I got along the way. A lot of it is from the island, but also a lot of it is just from the different places we stopped at on the way up and back down on our road trip. So a lot of it is from garden centers, farmers markets, and just other gift shops. And I'll kind of try to go in order, and hopefully I remember the names of everywhere we went, but I definitely recommend, if you're doing any sort of road trip up the coast of Michigan, stopping in at some of these places. So the very first place we stopped was on the way up to Mackinac Island. Now, I knew we were going to park the car in the parking lot because there's no cars allowed on the island. So we were gonna have the car in the parking lot at the ferry for 4 nights, 5 days. So I knew I couldn't get any live plants because there's no way they would survive that long in a hot car. But we did stop at the Cherry Street Market, which had a good size garden center and then also a little like farmer's market section there. And I got these 3 little decorative flower stakes. I do have to scrape the little price tag off of that one. Now, I don't know if it's because we were headed up for the Lilac Fest at this point in time, but I was definitely in a purple mood. These were all displayed kind of sitting next to each other, and I really liked these 3 colors together. So I think they're just supposed to be decorative, but they are shaped in a way where I know they'll catch some water if it ever decides to rain again in Chicago. And I might just add some water to these anyway with the hose for pollinators. I don't know where exactly these are gonna go yet. I think probably in one of my elevated beds, but I just thought these were really cute and really pretty. So that's the only thing that we got, I think, on the way up. So now I will show you what we got on the island. So first up are all of my lilac scented items. Now I already showed you these in the vlog, so I won't go over them again, but it's basically just soaps, lotions, and the sachets, and these were all from my front porch. There were some other stores that had lilac themed items, but my front porch is where I found the most items altogether. So I definitely recommend stopping there if you are on the island. And I got some last August when it wasn't the Lilac Fest from the same place. So I know that they have at least some lilac scented items throughout the year. I don't know if they have as many, but there should still be some if you're there, not during the Lilac Fest. Now, geraniums are like the flower of the Grand Hotel. They have, I think it was 660 geraniums that are red planted all along the front porch. And all of the shampoos and body lotions and soaps in the rooms are also geranium. And I loved the smell last time we were there. So this time I went on a mission to get some of the lotion myself. They had this there in one of the gift shops. I also brought home the travel size ones with me, obviously, that I used there. But now I have my own kind of larger size bottle that I can use until we go back there, whenever that might be. It smells really good. I don't necessarily get a lot of scent from like geraniums in my garden, but this just smells really nice. I don't really know how to describe it. It's definitely more like, I guess, a fruity floral than just like a straight floral, but it's a very nice scent. So that is what I got from the Grand Hotel. And then last, we stopped into, I think it's called Maeve's Art, and she's a local artist. There's a lot of art there that she's done. Then there's a section that's kind of like antiques. I love antiques. I love old things. I love thrifted things. I don't know a lot about them, so I don't really know what makes something worth more than something else at an antique store. I just basically find things that I like. Usually they're floral themed, and if the price isn't too expensive, I will get it. So this is what I saw there. It's this little bowl, and another thing about me is I love as many colors mixed together as possible. So you can see there's pink, orange, blue, purple, yellow flowers all on this. It's a little bowl. I don't know necessarily what it's supposed to be for. It just says antique hand painted. Now this, I can tell because the price was scratched off, was originally $138. Maybe it's worth that. I don't know. I would not pay $138 for this, but because there's a little chip there, it went down to $34. To me, I feel like that's still like, I don't know, slightly high. Maybe I'd want this to be 20, but 34 was fine for me for this. So I went ahead and got it. And I actually don't mind when things are chipped or scratched from an antique store or a thrift store. I think that kind of adds to the character. So I was happy that the price dropped that much because of the little chip in the bowl. But yeah, it's really pretty. I'm excited to use it. I don't know what for yet. But yeah, it's just really cute little bowl. So that is everything other than the sweatshirt that I got on the island. Now I'll show you everything else that I got on our stop back down, and again, where I got them from. So first up, from the Harborview Lavender Farm and Nursery, where they also have cherry trees and cherry products, I got lavender rose loose leaf tea. I got some of this last year when we stopped by and I wanted some more, so I grabbed that. And then I also got a lavender lemon room spray, and I really like the combination of lavender and lemon. I'm gonna spray a little bit. Yeah, it just smells really nice. I feel like sometimes lavender for me can be a bit too heavy or intense of a scent, and I feel like the lemon just kind of lightens that up a little bit. So yeah, I'm really excited to use this. I don't know if I'll use it in the bedroom or just elsewhere in the house, but it smells really nice. So those are the two things that I got from the first lavender farm we went to. Next lavender farm, which was the secret garden one at the Brys estate, I didn't get any more lavender scented things, but they did have a pretty good sized gift shop with a lot of different stuff in it. So what I ended up getting, I'm opening up the other one right now because I haven't opened the package yet, are 2 tea towels. This one looks much yellower on the camera, but it's kind of like an olivey green. And then this one's like a light lavender, almost kind of pinky in person color. And I really like both of these. It also says, so I think the brand is Magic Linen, and the towels themselves are made from plants, not plastic, and are 100% compostable. And it does say this one's olive green. What color did they say this one was? Oh, wood rose. That's a pretty name for that. So that was everything I got there other than the strawberries that we picked. And I'm excited to use these somewhere. Then the last stop headed out of Traverse City was called Old Barn Antiques. It was huge. I mean, it was an old barn. It was 3 stories. There was so much stuff to go through. I only ended up getting 3 things though, so I was proud of myself for that. Our car was very full by this time. So the first thing I got was 2 of these floral frogs. I think I have 2 other ones. This is the first year I've ever really had these, and I'm excited to try these out and make bouquets with them, and hoping that I can do a bit more fun things with these, keeping the flowers in place. So I got 2 of these that are glass. And then the other thing I got was another floral bowl. This was also $30, so about the same price as the other one. It is larger, but again, I guess price isn't always just based on how large things are. But this was labeled specifically as a candy dish, so I think that'll be really cute. It is hand painted with hydrangeas, and I saw this and just thought that it was really pretty. So those were the 3 things that I got from the antique store. And then there is one place left that we stopped at on the way back down. So the very last place that I got anything from was Pine Hill Nursery. I don't remember the city. Does this say? I have a little card from them. I'll be right back. There we go. Pine Hill, Kewadin, Michigan. Kewadin. It was huge. In Chicago, obviously there's not as much land. Even in the suburbs that I go to, garden centers, they just don't have the acreage that Pine Hill had. I think they said they had 8 acres. I wanted to take so many plants home, but again, there was no room in the car. But they had really beautiful, like little Japanese maples, and I was like, maybe I should just grow a tree in my garden this year, but I stopped myself. So the only 2 things I got from there is a little green vase and a basket to hang on the wall. So there are coat hooks upstairs next to the door going out to the garden, so I can hang things like my hat or a coat when I need one. I'll show you the room in a second because it has officially been painted. I just haven't put anything up there yet or moved anything back up there. What I thought I would do is hang this on one of the coat hooks on the wall and put either dried flowers or somehow figure out a way to put in like a plastic vase and fresh flowers in here to make it look like the fresh flowers are hanging out of the basket. But yeah, that is what I got from there. So without actually buying any living plants, I did either get, I think everything here is either, well no, the towels I guess aren't, although the towels are made of plants. So I either got vases, floral frogs for flowers, baskets for flowers, antiques that are painted with flowers, lotions and soaps that smell like flowers, and tea that is made of flowers. So everything was plant related. It was a really fun trip. All of the little cities up along the coast are really cute, so I would recommend stopping at any of them for sure, but definitely if you can make it out to the Old Mission Peninsula on Traverse City, you won't regret it. Everything is so pretty up there. So let me know if you have any questions about any of the places that I visited. Let me know if you've gone to any of them or if there's any more places along Michigan to check out. And that's gonna be everything for this video. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.